Hello everyone and welcome to this video. So in this video I'm going to show you how to insert an image into your web page using VS Code. So right here you see I have my HTML here and I have my live previewer here. So whenever I make a change it will just show me right here. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use a tag called image. So ~image img. Alright. And this is it. So this is the declaration and this is the element that says, this is an image basically. But now, even though I added it there, it doesn't know which image to add. So you'll have to press space right after it and type in src, and this will be the source. So equals to two quotations. Then I have an image on desktop. So you see, let me minimize this. So I have my so this is my HTML file and this is my image. It's called me and then .png. So I'm gonna type in me. Alright, so me.png, and now as you notice it has added it there and it's already here. So now let's say that I want to resize it. So there are two ways that you can resize this. So you can do it with plain HTML or you can do it with CSS. So I'll start with the HTML part and then we'll talk about the CSS. So now right here, as you notice, we have said source me.png. So now I can add another attribute. So I'm gonna press space and then I'm gonna say width. So width, then we are going to say, for example, 200. Alright, so it will be 200 width and the height will be 200 also. Alright, so now it's 200 by 200 and this is it. So we have resized it with plain HTML. However, let's say that you want to style it with CSS, because right here these two attributes are kind of obsolete. So almost nobody uses these attributes nowadays. So we are going to get rid of the width and the height. Alright, and this will be the actual size of the image. So we will have to resize it on with CSS. So we are going to say, for example, style. Alright, so style equals to two quotations. So when you add the style attribute, you'll start to use CSS. So right here I can say, for example, height colon 200 px. Alright, so 100 pixels, then semicolon, then width. Alright, so let me just move this one to the right so I'll have more space. So width colon 200 px. Alright, so now I have the height 200 pixels and the width 200 pixels. And now let me change the width to 100. Let's see. So you see I'm kind of narrowed. I don't want that, so let's make it 200 again. So this is one way that you can add an image to your web page. However, let's say that you have a new folder. So I'm just going to create a new folder now. So let me see. So right click, new, then folder. I'm going to say, for example, images. Let's say that you have your image placed inside of the images. Alright. So now we are going to the code again. You'll notice the image will be broken. So it means, so when you see this, it means that it doesn't know where your image is located. So now you see our browser doesn't know where our image file is located. So now we will have to open that folder because I just moved the image inside of this folder called images. So we are going to type in let me change the source. So it's going to be source equals to two quotations. Then we will say, for example, images. Alright, so this is the name of the folder. It's called images. Then we are going to open that folder. So /, and then you'll see that Visual Studio gives us the suggestion, and it shows us the name of our image file. So it's me.png. If I just click on it, you'll notice that it will add it back. So right now we have inserted the image from a folder, but this is it right now. However, right here you see I have typed in me.png. So if you change it to me.jpg, for example, it's not going to work because you have to type the correct extension or the type of the image. So for example, png is .png, so that's the type of the image. So you see if it's a png file or a JPEG, or you'll have to simply change it to GIF, or but you have to make sure that you add the correct name and the image extensions, for example .png. So right now what is important here, I have the name of the folder called the images, then / means just open that folder, and then me.png. So me is the name of the image, and the png, so .png, is the type of my image. Alright, so actually this is about it, and right now I'm gonna show you another cool website that you can use to add images to your web page. So I'm gonna open a browser, and I'm gonna I have it here. So it's called Pixam.photos. So when you open it, it's gonna say Lorem Pixam, and this is like the Lorem Ipsum for photos. So if you have used Lorem Ipsum, text, the dummy text, this website is kind of the same. So you see, this is the documentation. So it says easy to use and style placeholders. So if you add this one, for example, and if you add this one, it will just add a random image whenever you make a refresh. So let me just add this actually. So I'm gonna copy this, and I'm gonna come here, and I'm gonna replace myself with that one. So I'm gonna change the source. Alright, so you see now it has added a random image, and now every time I click on refresh, it will add another random image. So this is so cool. Alright, so this is a cool website that you can use, and I will put it in the description of this video. Alright, and let's see, let's scroll down what we can do, and right here you see it says add a specific image by adding the ID, and I'll talk about this one actually. So let me just copy this one. So we'll add a specific image. So now what I can do is I can replace the source again. So the source, alright. So let me just delete it. Alright. So you see I have an image of this dog, and this is it says ID here. You see it's ID, then 237. So the 237 is basically the number of this dog image. But if I change this to 27, you'll notice that it will add a different image. So now right here you see we have 200 by 300. This means that the width is 200 and the height is 300. So we can actually increase that by saying, for example, 1000. So 1000. So 1000 by 1000. So you see, oh, it still shows me a random image. No, actually it's not showing me. But you see now, this one is 1000 by 1000. I have put a limit on it right here with the style. You see the height and the width that we used. But still, you see, I mean, the width is the same, but the resolution is much better because I changed this one to 1000 by 1000. Alright? But what if I change this one to 10 by 10? So you'll see that the resolution is terrible. So that's why I use 1000 pixels by 1000 pixels. So this is another cool website that you can use to add images to your website. So for example, right here, you see I have added this image. Let's say that I want to add more images. So the easiest way to do it is to simply copy this one, and I'm gonna press Alt Shift and arrow down, and I'll make some copies of it. All right, so I have 4 images now. Now the only thing that I'll need to change is the ID. So I'm gonna change the ID to 28 or 29. Just add a random number. So you see I have 4 different images, and basically this website is so cool, and you can use it to add images to your website. Alright, so I hope this video was helpful, and I hope that you have an idea about how to insert images with HTML and CSS. And also, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll answer all of your questions. All right, so I'll see you all later. As always, thank you all for watching my videos, and I'll see you. Bye bye.